everyone. Thanks for joining us in the studio. I've got some friends here with me. I'm Victor Wooten, and we've got Tim over here on the guitar. That's right, and Walker keeping the groove on the drums. And so we're here today in the studio just to talk about playing together and maybe some tips that can help you as well as help us. Tips that we use in the studio. We've been given some music that we don't know. There was an emailed demo of the song also, and it's just a short little clip, and hopefully we all listen to it a little bit. But we're going to show you how we in real time work through this chart because we're in the studio. Time is money in the studio, so we need to move fast. But also, this is my first time meeting these two, so we haven't played together. So since we've been given the liberty to treat this however we want, I think instead of just reading the song down, we've all looked at the chart a little bit. We now know what the key is. We kind of know what the groove is. But before we play the whole tune, we're going to just try striking up a groove together and musically get to know each other. So instead of playing the tune, we kind of know the tempo, we kind of know the groove, we can see what the chords are. But let's start just by playing one chord. Let's just groove on the F minor. It's written in two flats. That's one of the things we want to see. Looks like B flat major with two flats, but it's really G minor. So I looked at this chart also. I'll say this for the bass players out there. I can see that there's some notes that go down below my low E. There's some low Ds in this chart. I don't have a 5-string. So I elected to use my hip shot, which is a little lever that drops my E string down to a low D. So I can go to the low notes. But it's going to play a trick, and it's already playing a little trick on my mind because now I'm reading this chart, but I have to read the notes on the E string a whole step different. So I may be making some mistakes. I have to own up to that. But that's why we're going to run through it a little bit first so I can figure out where we are. We'll make it feel like the tune, but let's just use one chord for now. I'll let you, wherever you feel it. So that felt good. That's nice. It's a nice groove. Everybody's playing well. So we know that the groove is going to be solid. We're not really playing the tune yet, but we know it's going to feel good because we have a good groove. Tim's laying it down. Walker's got his part, making it feel good. Again, it's, for me, it's about feel first because I'm going to hit some wrong notes. I'm sure we all are. We're gonna mess up on some notes. Again, there's some rhythms that are going to throw us a little bit. But if we know that the fundamental groove is solid, you don't know the song. Nobody knows it yet. So if we make a wrong note, if we play a wrong note, you won't really know unless we mess up the groove. Then we're telling you we're messing up. So now that we know that we have a good groove, I think we can move on. And maybe start picking this song apart a little bit. You want to maybe start with the intro, see what the intro feels like? Yeah. It looks like the first 6 bars, 1, 2, 3, 4, the first 6 bars are the same, right? Or yeah, 2-bar repeats?
The first 8, because the two bars on the second line are also that same groove.
Right, so it's 8 bars of the same groove, but for us, Tim, the 7th and the 8th bar are different. The chords change. You want to just cycle the 8 bars?
Sure. Yeah.
Want to do that? We'll just cycle.
Do you want to the 7th bar have on downbeats or keep them on the offbeats?
Let's play it as written to see what that feels like first. Just if the singer or the songwriter, let's give them what they heard, and then because the same rhythm repeats 8 times, we may want to change one of them just so that it doesn't grow old. But let's play it as written first. Cool? All right.
All right, here we go. So, 1.
Okay. I think you had a good idea. That it can get monotonous. Since the seventh, since the seventh bar is changing chords, why not change the rhythm there too? So instead of what if we make both of those downbeats, and then back to seventh bar, 2 downbeats.
Yeah.
Whoever wrote, the singer, the songwriter, whatever, may not like it, but let's try it.
Okay.
Do that on the 7th bar, straight down. Okay?
Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's try.
So do we want both of those bars, the 7th and the 8th bar? And then the
Maybe it's nicer to just have that one.
I like that too, just the one, just the 7th bar.
So it's kind of like, what was that? Oh, no, they went back to it.
Exactly,
Right.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah. Hey, let's just try that once. Make sure we get that right. Only the 7th bar is straight. Let's just play through one time. That cool? I think that'll bring in the next section really nicely. Right.
Yeah.
So here we are. We didn't write this song, but we are taking liberties with it. And I think the people who hired us will appreciate that because, we're doing what we do. We're a rhythm section. We've been a rhythm section our whole life. We kind of have this idea of how to make the song. I won't say better because it's not our song, but we feel it might help that intro from that repetitiveness of those 2 bars and that one rhythm. But let's change it right here. Wakes you up a little bit. But whoever wrote the song has the liberty to say, no, I don't like that. And we'll say, okay, we'll keep it straight. When we are ever in the studio, we're listening and trying to find out things that we can add to make the song that the person wrote even better. It's still that person's song, but it's our job to make it better. This is what the great musicians did. A bass player like Anthony Jackson, great drummer Steve Gadd, or whoever's playing guitar, they're going to come in and add themselves to it because that's why they were hired. So hopefully we were hired to do the same, and hopefully with our little additions, we can make this song even better. All right, this is sounding good. Just for fun, you said something about should we swing it? Should we keep it straight? You want to try with a slight swing, or however you feel it?
Yeah.
Just to see if it's a different one, too?
Yeah.
From where, the intro again? Or
That's probably good.
Okay. Intro, we're still going to change that 7th bar but a slight swing on the drums, and see how that affects us, Tim. All right. That's kind of nice, right? That's kind of nice. We'll just have to see, what they want, or maybe we can do 2 versions of a take, and see which one the songwriter or the composer thinks. But that's really nice. As you see, just a little difference in the drum, the shuffle, the swing, makes me play differently. I feel the whole thing different. My shoulders move different, and that's the cool thing about music. In the same way that you would dance to this differently, we should play to it differently. The key, though, is to make sure that my head is not so into the music that I don't recognize that change, because the swing is not written. So if my head is too far in that my ears are not open, I may not notice that swing. And so Walker's swinging and I'm playing straight. All of a sudden, it's not going to feel right. And that singer, the songwriter, the composer, we may not even know why. Something doesn't feel right. And it could be that I didn't notice the swing. So a good thing to do is right now, we're just taking the intro. Right? We're playing the intro over and over so that we can all pull our head out of the music for a minute and really feel what it feels like. And so because I don't have to read that intro anymore, I totally get that swing, and it makes me play differently. And I love it. And to me, that's music. It's music. When somebody does something and it affects the whole band, I love that. Cool. Well, do we want to move on through this song a little bit? Should we go to the 9th bar, or you want to play the intro and keep going? See how far we can get? I don't know. What do you think?
From the top?
From the top, and just see how far we can get? Okay, I'm going to apologize in advance. I'm gonna be making some mistakes, man. All right.
I'm right there with you.
Okay, all right. We're gonna try to get through this, and you're surprised. Are you swing it or not?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Here we go. So if we go to the 9th bar at the double line, we have the ba gunk gunk. Is that right?
I think so.
From the 9th bar, rest, 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 That sound right?
Yeah.
Let's try it right on that 9th. Let's see, 7. That's 8. 9th bar.
Yeah.
Okay, for me that's a low D. Tune different. D. Okay, right on that bar, and keep going. So the ninth bar. So we got that phrase twice. 4 times. So it's a 6-bar phrase with a little extra bar on the end. Dun, bum, and then it repeats. Dun, So 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm sorry. The 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This is a 15-bar phrase. So, so it repeats a couple of times, but then it has a ga, ga, and then it repeats again. So this is written a little bit different. And so we just take the time that we need to figure this out so that we get it right. Fortunately, we're here early. We're in here by ourselves, and we can take the time to figure it out. But this is where you're knowing how to read really well will come in handy. But sometimes when in the West, where we're used to hearing music that moves in 4 bars, 8 bars, 16 bars, all of a sudden we have a 9-bar phrase. It can throw everything off because even my eyes aren't used to that. Right. But anyway, as you see, we are just working our way through this song. And it's feeling good. We're missing a few rhythms, but the overall groove is there. The tempo is there. And this is what we do. This is what you do. You just work your way through it. You're reading it. I'm missing a few rhythms. We're all missing a few rhythms, but the overall groove is still there. Even when I miss a note, there's a groove there. There's a note that I'm missing on purpose, not so much on purpose, but because I'm tuned down, I can't get from this note to this note really quickly and get back and make it feel good. So I'm playing a dead note there. And I don't think anyone's going to notice, right? Well, you didn't play that B flat, because it's just a little 16th note. Right? I don't think anyone's going to notice. I'd rather it feel good than to make it feel bad, but I played the note, right? So I'm skipping that note. So anyway, we're picking our way through the song. We're getting closer to the end. We're actually close to the end because the next part's kind of some repeats. And I think we're going to be able to play through this whole song very, very soon. One of the big keys is to make sure you're reading, but to keep your ears open. As a great trumpet player, Wayne Jackson, who played with the Memphis Horns, he told me one day, he said, Victor, you have to remember you have 2 ears. One of them is for you. The other one is for the rest of the band. And that was his way of letting me know that I need to listen more, listen better, to make sure that I keep one of my ears attuned to what everybody else is doing. And then to do that while you're reading is even another skill. And that's what the great studio musicians get called to do. And that's the way I want to be. I want to be able to read it, but play it as if I'm not reading it, as I'm listening to the band. So if there's a swing, if I hear the guitar player, Tim, making a feel, I stay out of his way and all of that. And then being aware of what the melody on this song might be or what the vocals might be singing. I still have to keep that in mind. Or is this just an instrumental song like this with no extra instruments? We don't know that yet. So we have to keep all of that in mind. My main thing is that if you can follow us through this track, at least with me, you'll hear me starting very, very simple as I'm playing through. But now as I'm learning, I'm finding my place to enter in and to play a little feel or not. But nothing too much that's going to draw too much away from the song. Because I have to remember that this is a song that needs to be recognized, not just the bass player. I don't want to just say, hey, this is me. I want to play what the song is asking for, but to stick myself in there because they hired me. But just a little, if that makes sense. Anyway, we're having fun. We hope you are too. And we're going to do some more. All right, everybody's feeling good? Yeah, okay, we made it through the end of this song. The songwriter came in, let us know that he is cool with the way we're approaching it. We made a few subtle changes, and I think he is very happy with that. So we're going to do our best to get through this song. We may make some mistakes, but in the studio, it's better to record it than not record it. We don't want to practice it too much because we want all the good stuff to come out during the recording. You know, sometimes we do a good thing during the practice, and then we turn on the tape and we're trying to reproduce the good thing where the good thing was spontaneous, you know? So we want that spontaneous stuff to happen with the recording, with that red button push. So the engineer, I can see the engineer through the window. He is ready to go. You can't see him, but the songwriter is sitting right here. He's ready to go. He's pulling his hair out a little bit, but he's all excited. And we're just going to try a take. We're going to try to get through this, and we're going to let you see it. You're going to let you hear it so that you can see where this song ends up. But anyway, anything you want to add, guys? Or you want to just do it?
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. That's it. All right, Tim Walker, we're going to do it. Here we go. Here's a take.